Hello everyone, this is Gabby and welcome back to my channel.
I haven't any money.
Well, there's your money, Harry. Gringotts, the Wizard Bank. Take no safer place, not one, except perhaps Hogwarts.
I guess that today we're gonna talk about Hogwarts and how the statement of this being the safest place in the world has proven multiple times during the series to be absolutely wrong. Yesterday, I stumbled upon the second movie, The Chamber of Secrets, right in the part where Dumbledore says they are going to need to send the kids home because
Hogwarts is no longer safe.
And I just crack up laughing. I always laugh when this phrase comes up because it's just not right. And I thought it would be fun to make a video talking about every single time we've been shown throughout the series that Hogwarts is in fact one of the most dangerous places in the wizarding world. The first is Quidditch. Quidditch is one of the most dangerous sports in the world. And you've got kids from 12 years old playing it at Hogwarts like it's nothing. Not only need the kids go at an insane speed on a broomstick, but the purpose of one of the balls of the game, the bludger, is to knock you off your broom. This crazy murderous ball wants to blow your head off throughout the entire match, and that's why they're beaters there. Harry has fallen from his broom from 50 feet high at least 3 times throughout the entire series. And Oliver Wood, in the first match that Harry is in, tells him that in one of his matches, he just lost conscience. A bludger hit him in the head and he lost conscience and he woke up 1 week later. People had disappeared playing Quidditch. People had died playing this sport. This is so dangerous, and I just don't understand why would the kids need permission, signed permission from their parents to go to Hogsmeade when they can play a deadly game every day at school? Now that this is out of the way, I'm gonna talk from book 1 to 7, starting with Fluffy. Okay, so at the beginning of the Philosopher's Stone, where we just arrived at Hogwarts, Dumbledore says that the 3rd floor corridor is out of bounds for everyone who does not wish to die a gruesome death. And yes, you've got a 3-headed dog locked inside one of the rooms. You don't want the students to stumble upon this beast. So why would you put such a weak locking spell on that door that Hermione can unlock it using a freaking Alohomora, which is one of the most basic spells in the world? Then we've got the Detention. Yes, because the Forbidden Forest, one of the most dangerous places in the whole castle, is out of bounds for everyone unless you're caught out of bed and you have to serve detention with Hagrid in this really dark forest. And not just that, they're looking for this murderous creature that's been killing unicorns. Hogwarts is a funny place. Then we get into the second year. First, the Whomping Willow. A try that wants to kill you every time you try to get near it. So why would we tell the kids not to get near this tree? No, let them stumble upon it and nearly get killed. And then we've got the giant and racist snake that's been trying to kill off the students through the entire year. Moving on to 3rd year. The Ministry of Magic, being the amazing organization that it is, decided it would be an awesome idea to place soul-sucking demons in the school grounds. Granted, we know that they're looking for mass murderer Sirius Black, but seriously, I think it's way more threatening to have these monsters that don't care if you are the guy they're looking for or not. They just want to suck all your happiness out of you. Even if Sirius was actually a murderer, I still think the Dementors are a lot worse than that. And not that we're talking about Sirius in 3rd year, the amount of passages that Hogwarts has is huge. Sirius knows the castle by heart as well as the other marauders, but if these passages were known by the wrong person, they could get easily into the castle and threaten all the students without anyone being able to stop them. 4th year, the Triwizard Tournament. Okay, so this deadly game was banned for centuries because of how dangerous it was. And now you decide to host it at Hogwarts, where 17-year-old kids can go and face one another, possibly dying in the process, but who cares? The thing gets worse when Harry gets chosen. We don't know how, we don't know why, but he gets chosen. He is 14 years old, but I don't care if you're a kid, deal with it. Your name was in the Goblet of Fire. They have to face dragons, they have to be 1 hour underwater with a high possibility of drowning, and then they have to get into a maze to face really dangerous, really deadly creatures. And I mean, it's crazy. Even if the cub wasn't a porky, it's still just, they could have died at any moment. And granted, these are 17-year-old kids, their own age, but this is a school. Hogwarts this year is a really, really dangerous place to be in. 5th year, Umbridge happens. This kind, a nice teacher that loves to torture students when they don't agree with her. And yes, things escalate later because Cornelius Fudge, the Minister of Magic, cannot be more of an idiot than he already is, and he places Umbridge as Supreme Inquisitor when Dumbledore flees. But in the first part of the book, this woman is torturing kids under Dumbledore's care. 6th year, Voldemort is already a known threat. Everyone's in panic. People are disappearing. The Death Eaters are causing a lot of mess in the wizarding world. And they can enter into Hogwarts because a 16-year-old kid fixed the Vanishing Cabinet and let them into the castle. The worst part of this is that Dumbledore sort of knew that this was happening. Yay for Dumbledore's priorities on the safety of his students. And then book 7 happens. The school was taken over by the Death Eaters. Snape is the headmaster. Alecto and Amicus Carroll are in charge of the discipline of the school, and they see fit to torture the students and make students torture other students. Okay, so this was a lot of fun. I would love to keep chatting with you about it in the comments. If you have more examples of instances where Hogwarts is just not the safe place that Rowling loves to tell us it is. This is just for the laugh. I love this series with all my heart. I'm actually in the middle of a reread and I am enjoying it so much so far. So if you like this video and you want to stay tuned, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, and click on the subscribe button. I will be posting on Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you guys and see you soon.